We lose a close one there that we feel we should have won. Then we come in here tonight and we let this one go, especially with their big guys not in here. So, but we give them credit. They played well. They played very physical. They were in every passing lane, and we didn't back their pressure off enough. So it was their game all along.
They played great tonight, even though LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chalmers didn't play. But the guys stepped up tonight. The coach had them prepared and ready to go.
Now, no matter what happened on the court tonight, it was not as big as what happened before the game. Was it payback? That's the million-dollar question, or in this case, the $250,000 question. Was it retaliation for the Spurs sitting their stars in Miami earlier this season? Heat coach Erik Spoelstra insists that is not the case, but it sure felt like it. And while Pop can laugh it off and both teams can shrug off a $250,000 fine, the big losers are the fans, some who paid top dollar for a chance to see LeBron James, the league's MVP, and the world champs in their only visit to town, to San Antonio.
Yeah, it took my dad a lot of work and a lot of money to get us these tickets to get us really up close so we can watch them, and we're going to hope we get an autograph.
I think it's sort of Erik Spoelstra getting back at what Greg Popovich did. So I think a fine would make sense in this situation.
I'm always a LeBron fan, always been a LeBron fan, so this is gonna be a little, this hurts. This hurts.
Now, those two are diehard LeBron fans. They each wore two jerseys, one for the first half, one for the second half. You can't really switch teams when you're rooting against the Spurs, no matter what outfit you're wearing. But what did the rest of the Miami Heat think about playing without their two best players? Here's what they were saying in their locker room.
What we talked about before the game, we talked about it after, is just to come in here with a Miami Heat pride. It doesn't matter who's in uniform or not. All of our guys are proven, but it's the pride of the name on the jersey, on the front of the jersey.
We're the defending champs no matter who we put out there. We're still the Miami Heat, and we believe in ourselves. Each one of these guys are professionals. We played bigger roles in other cities, but we came together, accepted lesser roles to win a championship here, but we can still tap into that.
Kind of a brutal week ahead. Spurs in a back-to-back. They're at Memphis, always a tough place to play tomorrow. In fact, Tony Parker talking in the locker room after the game about not playing in that one because of all his injuries. They're home against Orlando on Wednesday, then at Oklahoma City on Thursday. That will now be the game of the year. And then they're back home Saturday night against Atlanta.
Superstars missing games seems to be a theme around here these days. Spurs fans, after all, still upset after paying top dollar to see LeBron James and Dwayne Wade last night, only to have Miami rest both players. Was it payback to the Spurs, who did the same thing in Miami in November? Our Emily Balcom spent the day talking to fans. Emily?
Don, the Spurs are not talking about if fans are outraged or if this is something where they want to demand their money back. But the fans are saying this was definitely retaliation for what happened in Miami, and this time they're the ones paying for it.
This is the hard one.
As the best teams make a run for the championship, the stakes for this game were as high as they get.
This is the Heat. This is LeBron. I was pumped for this.
Instead, we got another Spurs Heat game with another group of stars not playing.
You're not guaranteed that the best players are going to play.
I read these tear-jerking stories about a family that drove up from Laredo and they spent all this money on tickets.
But at least one caller to ESPN Radio says the fans got scammed.
Yesterday's what they call a premium game. The Spurs sell their own tickets for 4 and 5 times the normal face value.
LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, they got paid big bucks to sit out. But look, check out their biggest fans. Yeah, we do have some here. They felt the heat in their wallets.
It took my dad a lot of work and a lot of money to get us these tickets.
An ESPN reporter tweeted that a $9 ticket went for $275. This fan who sold his ticket tweeted, hottest market for a game in San Antonio since the 2007 finals. That's why Brian Garcia made sure he was there.
I thought for sure it would be a showdown with all the stars.
He watched this debate on TV while getting a haircut. Should the NBA fine the Heat? The NBA says no. Garcia says that's a double standard.
I thought that was pretty unfair considering we got a pretty nasty fine when we rested our starters last time.
And to show you just how costly a decision was to sit LeBron and Wade, a local sports bettor tells me that before the injury report came out, bettors had the Spurs winning by 2 points. But after that injury report, the line changed to with the Spurs winning by 10 points. So you know the outcome. The Spurs lost So a lot of people lost a lot of money a lot of different ways last night. We're live at the AT&T Center. Emily Balcom, News 4, San Antonio.
All right, thanks, Emily. And we asked what you thought about the Heat benching some of the stars on our Facebook page. Gina said, who cares? Real Spurs fans pay money to see Spurs play. It doesn't matter what team we face. I take it as a compliment to Coach Pop's coaching abilities. Lee said, it's not a matter of who did it first or whether it is right or wrong, but if you're going to find one team for resting players, then you should find the other two. So how do you feel about the Heat resting players and not being fined for it? You can join the conversation on our Facebook page and read what others are saying too.